a true fact. Yo, we live? Okay, this is going out to about 500 people a day on the Garko blog. This is Hollywood and Highland, Hollywood Boulevard and Highland, one of the most famous streets in the world. And we're gathering here tonight with Luke from New York and Cosmo from San Francisco. We are changed, and we are changing conditions. And 9/11 was an inside job, and we're gonna get some information out to some people here tonight, and gonna have some fun.
Yes, it's true. That was me. My beard's a little different. I'm a little bit younger than I was then. A lot less fear. And anyway, I thought I would share that with you because those days were brought back to my conscious awareness after the historic Supreme Court ruling in favor of gay marriage on Friday of last week in all states of the Union. And this is what I wrote on Facebook. I'm going to have to look down to read it, so I hope you don't mind. I don't have a teleprompter like Obama does, but anyway, peace, love, joy, and congratulations for all those to whom today's Supreme Court regulation and ruling is seen to be a victory. Certainly anything that votes in favor of love and connectedness, I embrace. I just wish to remind one and all, oh, here it comes, that no government grants any of us a right ever. All the government can do is take away natural rights, which are already ours. So what the Supreme Court did today was to decide to enforce upon the states to stop interfering in the lives of these individuals, and in so doing, the Supreme Court violated the 10th Amendment. If you remember, the 10th Amendment said that those rights that are not specifically enumerated in the Constitution and in the Bill of Rights are left to the states and to the people. So Justice Roberts acknowledged this, saying that this matter really didn't belong at the Supreme Court level. In terms of government dynamics, what happened today was yet another coup for centralized federal control and removal of jurisdiction granted to the states by the 10th Amendment. I just felt the need to say that. Now here's that's all my this world fear and everything. Now here's where I come into this, and I say, I just felt the need to say that because I still have my own spiritual work to do and still have my fears about government, even if they're considerably less vocal and less ferocious than they were some years ago. As for the joy of the individuals who are benefited by this ruling, I'm with you, brothers and sisters. So, see, to me, you know, every individual has every right that I'm still kind of in between on these things. We are at home with God, resting in peace of heaven, the joy of heaven, the love of heaven, with God, which is love. And there's no such thing as rights because there is no such thing as this playground on which you would need rights, called Earth in the physical universe. It's all illusion. So, knowing that, though, I had, and here's where it has something to do with A Course in Miracles, in case you were wondering. Okay. I still have a trigger on government machinations and doing various things to them that I don't like. I'm not going to say they're oppressive. I'm not going to say that they're, you know, trying to hurt us in some way, because only by defenselessness do we achieve salvation. Only to escape this world. We give up attack thoughts. And the time for the revolution has come and gone. Because I had a revolution in my head, in my heart. But I still get the trigger. But that's really the whole point of this talk. I was lying in bed one morning, sometime after starting to study A Course in Miracles, and at the previous Friday morning's gathering, some people were talking about how great Obama was and everything, you know? And I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Government, if this world is illusion, if this world is based upon our being separate from God, separate from love, because God is love, and that's the world that we created, this one that we are living in, well, what's the government then? The government is the ego played out on a huge scale so that we can all see the ego in action, and we're missing out on a tremendous opportunity if we don't look at the government and Obama and Bush or whoever, Kissinger and Brzezinski and whoever the players are behind the scenes, the banksters and all that. If we don't observe what they're doing and see the ego in action, we're missing out on a tremendous opportunity. If we're supportive of their actions, we are in this world. And how does that work? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was trying to get some peace in my heart pertaining to. So I'm lying there in bed and I go, Holy Spirit, I need to hear your voice. I've never really heard it before, but I need to hear it now because I don't have peace on this, and I want peace on this, and I want it now. That's very direct. But I was like, how do these loving, peaceful, spiritual people say namaste and then turn around and support somebody who is part of this machine that's arbitrary force, which is what any government is, and that kills people, and that, you know, is what is so responsible for the inequity in the world. And you know, so I lied in bed and I listened for a moment, and I heard a voice. I heard a voice. It was a still, soft, the voice for God, you know? However they say that. But it really was. It was very clear in a different space. Really, like, the message of the voice was very clear, but it really was like physically like moving through static. That was totally the image that I got and what I heard. But the voice was very clear, but there was all this static around it. And anyway, here's what it said. It was really beautiful. It said, the Holy Spirit, you see, the Holy Spirit talks to me in third person. You know, other people, it's like, oh, beloved, precious, beautiful one. Well, you know, the Holy Spirit talks to each of us in a way that it knows that it can best be heard. So for me, it said, the Holy Spirit loves you in spite of your delusions. And you can love your brother in spite of their delusions. And just as there is no order of magnitude in miracles, there is no order of magnitude in delusions. Now, I think you're feeling what I'm feeling right now, and what I felt at that moment. I was like, wow, that did not come from me. That was really good. And that made sense. And that gave me peace. So that was a remarkable experience. And I haven't had another one that was quite like that.